Edamu ina mo asese mo guso ma jebra mo so mo hwe Badwam on Adom TV Multi TV. So this is a special edition of the whole show. You're free Emra She Badwam Medical Director State of the Nation Address. Philip Osebusu ewa hanum say South Saka Aban Wosu the Director of Communications MPP Amanyuko no osai Emra She Badwani ma adenta in person so watna se ewa era Yaw Buabeng Asamoah atna se ewa say obi mana kwaba
ona bana kwaba e ko yedie
Mijidi.
That means you are not sure.
I was say Yehunu Babia Yijina. Any baby I hear for. Bibia may make us say she share ye no. And yes, be a sebi dine yes ye. And a agreeable. Nemo may die yes. The baby and I yes. Now, oh, Tintin. Wapum, now, baby, I will. It will put some say a question. When you be another majority. MP Adenta any MP sene President Ibishia Sebi Niema by a so any panya ye befa so a ebesiesie na yetimi agina ye naso ena no pia metie ya mechi Adenta fo a meti hai Sebi o enye obi a na wa Adenta na de beje me ho enso da bia ye panyika se ya anye hihye a moa mampanyi na se wantimi ampagya man na anyina ho a yenya timamufo no ene yebebre na edomo mbeboa mampanyi apagya man na si ho no nso se bom hia suahunu yentimi ntonko so nsi sending party fi ha da bia na da bia o mampanyi beba ha ne yabedi nkomo bia na edi pafofo afi no musua adwuma no enti obi busam se etesɛn no ade de damba pompompa
ne adenta pesa
anya adenta na yeye ka ho a Sebi, Adom Hane, Majidi said, or more, my bro, very fancy, or my baha, for by 4 bay and so be pet, and or more bro, and prenai. Good one, I am bring immune. And I am what? Yabba, fufro cry, ye, do what ye, and about 81. 81 new MPs. Emwa chese sebi adwuma bi a ye oman no ho adwu. Nti esua ene aye. Wo mpesua bi su kura no a na wo nan nyegye fom a. Mpesua no kura wontimi nsom ene waka akọ animu. Enso wo beduru ye no a no ye ka wachi se yensan kan de ye hwehwe yensan kan de ye hwehwe. Nti sori ho no obi foforo mra. Eno nyina ka ho bi na ye nhihye aye ne se ekwan be so na omampanyi ebetimi a kire oman ni nyina se sei na medemo ko na enne beboa afibia obafia as state of the nation
aya afahye keke
eno ne wose yehwe aya afahye yenhwe o fe die ye nyina yehwe wo se we die nya afahye we die ye mrapo constitution 92 article 67. Or see, the president shall, at the beginning of each session of parliament and before a dissolution of parliament, deliver to parliament a message on the state of the nation. What kind of trust? Meeting here afimuno. Every January, like December. Hey, a very session, beginning of session, afimuno in a session. In Tiaba is your near Becassa. If you're not in Suna, you're a sorry, or Besania Becassa, and Sania sorry. So what I say. No, near Becassa, yeah, I had trust, it did Wobeka. Now, 34. Article 34. Article 34. I'll say directive principles of state policy. The directive principles of state policy contained in this chapter shall guide all citizens, parliament, the president, the judiciary, the council of state, the cabinet, political parties, and other bodies and persons in applying or interpreting this constitution or any other law, and in taking and implementing any policy decisions for the establishment of a just and free society. In 34, no, I said, yeah, 1 month.
And it's ready
who frame big akra. In the 34 too, no, and the GD said, Yenina swapa and then a walk. Or see, the president shall report to parliament at least once a year all the steps taken to ensure the realization of the policy objectives contained in this chapter and in particular the realization of basic human rights, a healthy economy, the right to work, the right to good health care, and the right to education.
Okay, what this Ankomo we will be probably then we have to go back and see 2018. Normally be a highlight maybe of what His Excellency Nana Danko Akufo-Addo Kai. I will kickstart with election of MMDCs.
Okay.
And I want to know because President 2018 will say it is a fair manifesto commitment of the new patriotic party. My discussion with the nation's political leaders, including the former presidents of the Republic, convinced me that it is a step we must take. The constitutional impediment to this in Article 55 of the Constitution, an entrenched clause, must therefore be removed. To ensure the judicious use of the country's resources, I propose that the constitutional processes for a referendum should be initiated in such a manner that the holding of the referendum will take place at the same time as next year's district assembly, as in next year, this year's district assembly elections. That's the first point.
Yes.
Okay, so my first question, how far have we gone with this?
Fantastic. Sebi, Nana Adodanko Akufo-Addo, Okasi Obeya, Oye. Waboa no ho na wasiesie kwan a otutu nanamo. Nti se ye kasai, enra, or the Constitution Amendment Bill, abeto yeni. Or the Constitution Amendment
Knowing very
Bill.
well that ene obeba mashebe jem na mosma haremo ede sa esusohona basi hwesi bisi akọ just to for the cameras to somewhat move under quietly to throw e Ghana for him sana na koye kosi kono gina kwantia e hye na moye no
Obaye oka se odi asumdwe be badabo obeboa ama ehemfo na wie omadwuma ehemfo na tena asi mfiedu mfie mienu no obetai omachi human rights odi asumdwe abadabo oka se obeboa wo mu omanya papa se omope omu ankasa regions mfie mienu osi mu no saa na oye no tutu nkrofo fo sese na wosieye ede mra ne ba ha ena ye kasai regions nsia no aba wa wie no ena wa hye ye bose on pese ne mabebubu afa so na ye nwonwran enti no obemia yesa election of DCEC referendum afiwe September 2019
are the signals clear and a political talk
why here na political talk dabon who dabon na
the right to information right to information has been on the drawing board
right to information since this meeting yeah we bibia
since
yeah the last reading you are getting your right to information
bill
17 years yeah
but that's what I'm saying, since today. That's all. And
he will sign it into law.
So back to the MMDC's election.
MMDCs.
Are you going by what you promised?
Yes.
That we are better to mention catch for Swaba.
Get to Swaba.
I feel said another.
Oh, you have never too. You bear.
It is anybody we have.
Bia bear come a year or two. This assembly election, I feel we dear no. You bear referendum. So what's the constitution? No constitution article 55. They say enise obia or doma manyoko obia. Ya to no swaba ewo this assembly election 55-3. Inti say ya answer 55-3 no.
Me see egusan hye no so ana.
And then what shall say o the Constitution Amendment Bill aba. Amendment Bill na ya de abetum no. Sa nye enura nkwa na okotwero yo. Oma ye ho adwuma sesin dada na attorney general akruchie ne krata de abeto efi ha no. Say Constitution Amendment enye pie pe e won hye ya de faso. Ya Daniel ma speaker the council of state omo behwem na amanfo ate omo ho agum na ye koye referendum ne ho adwuma no. Oti ase. Nti ye referendum sa afi we September ye be referendum Ghana fo nso agi atum se e wo se ye to edom no so aba. Emfa so wo so. Se ye to MMDC so aba. Enhihye ye pii wo ho a ebini beda ho e wo Ghana. Sabio 1 MP any MMDC yentem nsusuye no ebeda ho pefe efi se ye to me so aba e wo me mpeso aso a obi a oto aba ma bia otimi ba me ho se ne kon do bi firi me ho obeji ontimi nko DC ho mremremre sa ebi so oni DC ni sa de no kokromotie edo no oni DC ni na ya to DC so aba dia obetimi akọ
So you support, but personally you support.
But the point should be made, sir. The manifesto promise relative to election of MMDC was clear. Say Omoben within 24 months.
Okay.
In that regard, Omo to me meet is our timeline.
That's why Mr. said they are out.
And that point should be made clear. But it is also a fact, said what can I say, this year the referendum to amend the constitution will happen. In Ubekaya, local government minister Eka said real elections of MMDCs might happen in 2021.
That is what is going to happen.
2021.
Yes.
But said the constitution, the promise in the manifesto was clear.
If you hold them by their social contract, 24 months.
Oh yeah, that's 24.
But the processes within, they are following it. Is that the case?
Oh yeah, the processes they will follow. Yeah. Because we have to amend the constitution first. You understand? The constitution has to be amended.
A manifesto is a frame.
Yeah.
It's a guide.
Yeah.
A manifesto is like a budget.
Yeah.
And yet, a budget targets,
and
so why your budget? You don't have a frame within which to work.
Of course.
In the political party, a bit friend, a friend saying, table.
Yeah.
Our table will be at 6 points.
Yeah.
1 page, and your manifesto. A bit to be true with details of policy. In the Opa. You remain committed to the larger principles. The larger principle is rationalize local government.
So in the case of this,
of course,
this specific,
I agree with you, because when it may be action plans, timelines, and it's a party in their manifesto, specific timelines. It's good for you, especially for us in the media, to be able to monitor and make sure we hold them strictly.
In monitoring them, bottom line is that they never met their timelines per their social contract of the kind of law. But the most important
are achieving
are they going there?
We will.
Yes.
Okay.
We will.
So that's what I want to
and it is going to be a great
step in
for this country.
Okay, so on this call,
fantastic.
And yet, a normal exercise, it
starts with the amendment. The amendment entails a referendum.
Okay.
And the referendum, a bar.
Okay.
Then we move to the next.
Another area,
the other area. Only one thing about State of the Nation is, let me even say, government exists to solve problems. In solving problems, you have to make decisions.
Okay.
Into decision making, into the whole process of governance, a constant decision-making process.
Okay.
You make decisions to solve problems. Okay. For me, State of the Nation should capture the mood of the country.
Okay.
Who capture mood of the country, the achievements, the challenges. Now, for one, to resolve those challenges.
Okay.
Basically, that's it. In the end, make sure the mood of our country, security is one major issue for now. I may expect someone will touch on. Issues of the economy, and about economy now, I think government will have a lot of good news to report on. Okay. But also there are some very critical challenges. But the city depreciation. We expect to hear from the president Nioma all year to make sure the city depreciation will be to me after what is the import substitution strategy from government? On the say 1D, 1F, no, so they be able to produce in your manner, and they are cutting down on importation. So they be able to me easy the pressure on the city. Into 1D, 1F, no, Aqua could do saying we need a status report. On the economy, no, what is the extent of your national debt at saying we need a status report on that. It is how you may expect you, of course. Yeah, say a president or Kasa passionately about the problems of this country, passionately about solutions for to resolve those challenges. And then your opposition will come with the heckling, will be there, placards, we expect to see some of them, and all of that. A very complete package. And I make sure security. The first State of the Nation address of Mantini, and we know, say, we're the third State of the Nation address. There will not be any, say, obey nervous and answer the bisa, a bit free. The first State of the Nation address on security, that time now, after MPP about Baimu, Adia Bakwani who powers party food soldiers are now taking over state institutions. He made a commitment to that, and Me specifically on Saudi and the first security hunting. Okay, I say, Mr. Speaker, certain incidents occurred during the transition period that are matters of concern to me and should be to every Ghanaian, as they marred an otherwise dignified and successful transition. Wrongdoing has no political color, and I do not subscribe to the lawlessness of political party supporters simply because their party has been elected into office. And he made a commitment, say, and subsequent transitions will be very smooth. The only measure will be the next transition, which will be in 2021.
Yeah.
And let's also state, say, in 2017, the transition was quite novel because now after they implemented a transition act. Was say appointed an administrator general. There was a transition committee. Reps from the outgoing government, reps from the new government, and all of that. The Nyoma relatively was smooth, except for and then now and all of that. President Shebo says we are waiting to see 2021. Over 2018 State of the Nation address. And in the year 2018, we share account of political party vigilantism and in 1 year, yenya over 18 of them, 18 instances in 1 year. Inti Omanpenyi captures in the State of the Nation address. Okawa said, Mr. Speaker, the safety and security of our people are the heart of all that we do. Ghanaian citizens have a right to expect to go about their daily lives in an atmosphere of peace. A Ghanaian has a right to expect that those who break the law must be subjected to the sanctions laid down under the law.
Yeah.
The police, the prosecution services, and the judiciary owe it all to all of us to make us feel better and safe. I do not need to repeat that crime wears no political colors. And mind you, sir, in 2017, you saw the same line in 2017. And I am certain that the message has gone down to all. Mr. Speaker, the law enforcement agencies will crack down very hard on all those who will disturb the peace of our nation. And police, 800 million Ghanas and all of that. As to say, a year Juma and a year Juma, the verdict is out. Ghana for Ebe. This year, we expect the president to again tell us on security.
What has gone wrong?
Nyoma are wrong. Why we're not able to, because mind you, it's a State of the Nation, the mission statement of the government to the people.
Okay,
and it should capture the vision and so our the MIA.
Director of Communications, they admit to say about Bambo Huasama, as promised here, 2017, this is 2018.
Yeah.
Your king can
yeah.
Modern Bono and 170.
One transition.
Yes.
Ghana for better transition MPP.
Oh, no. Transition can be from one party to the same party. Yeah, of course. Yeah. I mean, it can be from one party to the same party.
Bambo is an ongoing concern for every nation. If we are here for Sebi, and no, a binding Casancasa family. Ye jai, ye far who dearly Cassina shall bind, said Beya or Boya Humba. If you are binding, who be to be the Bambo, a diabo. Now, me per se, you know, say, your Babasu. And so me per se, me Pejesi Jose, another down for Kufado, or can't some or the year. Obiani wa, Sebi, the BSC, I was west were going. Sen Canadian say or per se, the political party, a man who ye fair. For commission of inquiry, Akosio. Ama Ghana for Akamobo to assem. Afa political vigilantism, maybe a cost identity as median Kemenia Granua. In Ghana for being up a panua. In Kayense commission, you may deal in Kakra. Now on compensate Mumfia in Yamanankasa. As she shall see a man.
Terms of reference. Point number C, Emma wants Broadway to be able to
point number C, I was here to meet you. Say a huya. I was here to meet you. Say feel say obaye or can want them. Ofiti na one can want them chase a danwana na I ask them that I hire. And what can want them ne yamin chadi, what betia be gafwa and Ghana ha obi any me shot. O mine. Untimin can't say me shot, ye bit me in chimnesa. Henrietta Mensa Bush, international jurist, respected international jurist, or chairman criminal law, PK Champo, secretary, former IGP, and he rose on merit to IGPship, distinguished IGP, and dean, former dean of Gimpa Law School, Abuchi, and a home secretary. Only ye pebia, Nanado, a yini kumum, and you must see what say. Many BBR this year. Eba bambo ho a mo timamufuo no mo na ye dan enti de ebeboa ama sa adwumadi na kwa animu de ebeboa ma se be yabato emu ada ho fan aye fe de ebeboa ma ye nyina ye nam a ye yemu nhihyi ye abato ho na bibia ho nti mate sa be dwako ye nyina yetimi ko ego kan ebo so ase bi de legit se e ya de kese pa wa ya se sebe wugidi pose kwa bisu no bambo ho ne ato sini a saa de we nkwa no ehuri hohoro bibia e ma ye efi se opia ti bi ko ho kana bo so ase menya me de me ko kan communications director me ko kan e be ka se meba o man ni na ho asem ye ka nya wo e o me se obia o gidi se bambo ho se mato si on se nya ankodro nya hotoso enya rechemu se wanya president wa kukodru watimi peja sade we yesi ho se me fa bi nsie mo security chiefs ministers of security eti petem ka security ho se enya sem kitwo sade na na do aye na enya sem kitwo kura o ehia kukodru papa ene wa ye oyo obi a wa he ne niam fine oyo obi a ne kon do se obebu man na mana ye he's passionate. Like you said, you want to see a passionate president, and I'm telling you, Nanado is passionate about what he does. As civil society, as media, me communication director, because hey, I have self-interest. But media should be pushing for an extension, a proper extension of the mandate and time of that commission. Yeah. And even if I may issue interim report on Ayawasu West Wongo, specifically, it is something that should be encouraged. Because there are so many of those incidents, not necessarily for the personalities and individuals involved, but for the principles going forward. Yeah, but this is assembly level. Are we going to confront that same kind of situation? If we are electing mayors across the country, will that happen? If we are electing ordinary assembly people on party lines, what you say? Me assembly ma wo mentemo. E bet me abasen tokwa. Besi ana bibisa. Until we need to explore this theme much further. Well, but we are sure said that Mampei because much on vigilantism.
Yeah, on security.
Yeah, but the bottom line is that what has brought this whole noise is certain groupings of people within certain organized parties. So what I say. To start with. But to start with, NPP amanyoko nankasa jiatu. Sa to trust them sa maintain one say sa ekuo ku a tete say the boy yankasa ho ban bra opposition as say wa bem and pay the commission no hu ne banti if you try to actually be ana.
Migiri said to trust them bi bata sa ekuo do. Na say ya to trust them na antwene dia. Na me ntimi ma akuo ne nti sɛ yɛbɛtumi ayɛ akuo a ɔmo ho akɔnɔ a ɔmo yɛ adepa ɛma ne yɛ fa
efisɛ nhu kraman yi no ha yɛ ayɛhwɛ sɛ bibia nso
ɛyɛ nyinaa ne sɛ mekɔboro obi mekokum obi atutra sɛm no that is against the law obi bɛtumi abɔ wo ho ba a ɔyɛ wadamfo a ɔne wo nam efisɛ baanu nante a sɛbe ɔmo ho ɔde ne kyɛn baako obi pɛ so ɔyɛ ɔbɔne bi koraa na ɔhu sɛ moyɛ mmienu a ne yɛm bɛkyi na ɔbɛtwe asae bɛtumi aba sɛ nipa na bɛte yɛ katikati kakra bɛtumi aba sɛ wankasa koraa wabɛte yɛ katikati na mmom no so ɔne obi na ɔno no ɔhyia wɔ biara na ɔnkaa no na ɔkɔbɔ n'ani so deɛ a na sɛbe ɛyɛ tutura sɛm ɛmmra ma wo ho kwan sɛ wobɛboro nkurɔfoɔ akum nnipa sɛdeɛ wopɛ And so Brahma Hokwan say with me abochi. Nti here ko yanim no. Ehia see this ankom. Ebiji tum say omo ben ebiji ntum so omo ben ni ade nso ni nyina metwa se. Yabakosem ama saa mebunu no apie makoduru ba bia.
Philip Osebusu, why did you go in?
Honorable Yaw Buabeng Asamoah, MP for Adom. Director of Communication.
For the New Patriotic
For the New Patriotic
Party.
Party.
Power.
Yes. For the ruling New Patriotic Party.
All my responses of this sort.
Principles.
Generalizing it on matters of security and vigilantism.
Principles.
Generalizing it on matters of...
the principles. We must establish the principles.
No, but I mean, the most important thing for me, Yaw, say, Osha, last year, before the State of the Nation's address, now, generally the security situation now President made some promises to deal with it. Okay, our say we will give the police the resources they need to do their job. An initial amount of 800 million Ghana cedis is being made available to procure and supply within the next 6 months critical modern policing equipment and gadgets to enhance the capacity of the police to enforce it. Has it been done?
Yes, you are aware of the National Operations Center, are you not?
Yeah.
You are aware that over 8,000 cameras have been installed nationwide,
yes.
Are you not? And you are aware that vehicles have been given to the police, are you not?
But my specific number was including 1,000 vehicles, motorbikes, and ammunition.
The vehicles are in progress. They are in progress. At least
And then I am expecting a status report
we haven't
from the
delivered
president.
1,000, but we are well on the way to modernizing the police. I would like to see an improvement in police training.
Police training.
I would really like to see an improvement in police training. And I would like to see more differentiation in policing in terms of units aimed and targeted at specific things. But it isn't very clearly defined and integrated into their training mechanisms. What Migidi said, Uko police, we have found 6 months, Uko boot camp, said salute me, any match. But
if they are proposing police training college, and it said you teach any over 3 years, and then put a 4 years training college. Next, over 3 years training college. And police, so you're critical service provider, at least we should have something of a sort. In the 3 years training, and now say 2 years training.
3 years training. But you may need more specificity.
Yeah.
Say, Uko police, right from day one, you should be able to say, maybe CID.
Okay. Maybe MTTU.
MTTU.
Specialization.
Yeah. Forensic. Because we CID. It's like a tunnel, Sebi, Munina Mokusia match, or by CID, who call MTTU. Now, CID, no, dear. Sebi, oh, yeah.
It's true.
It's true. We need to move to that level.
It's true.
Your best strength thing. And then crime is modern. Crime has moved to cyber levels. And then gadgets that are there, that criminals use. Sebi, the police need on gadgets, only be put what's here. It's a start. But only be on Santiasia. Then you are naked. Intimidity said, Omanpenyi is focused on the security sector. Okay. But we must build on the investments and the qualitative nature of how those investments are applied.
Lawyer Yaw Buabeng Asamoah, I will have say Adenta Machine no side, Kasamafo, the New Patriotic Party. Yakwaba, Yako Chamber, Wako Head, Yako Shemape, Obama Rapport. Now, if you work on other parliamentary responsibilities, so Yakwaba.
Adofo yema mu nyina kwaba sabre baby a migine e Parliament House na aha ene na ye hwe ni mo se ye mampani na adodankwa akufuado wobeba na afei wo mayi ehon totoye ene se de ehon nsam no etie no wode ni nyina nso ebebre ye enti wo hwe emu ha se na wo hunu se abambofo bibia ewo mu kama a wono mo eboaboa wo mo ehon enti wo hwe emu wo ha se se ene no bambo mu nsam no changes kakra abamu if you say mihu kraman ewo ha ya ye hwe se bibia nso eye kama ewo ha empanifo a wo mo ehwe ye bambo mu nsam nso wono mo ewo ha enti de tie bia de bekoso ewo Parliament House ha bia na Adom TV bedwam ye de bebramo na afa ye hunu de ekro mehwe se menya empanifo no mu bi na afa ye ne wono mo edi nkomo ne ya hwe se de bambo emu nsam no etie so wo ma ye hot wa ha pa mehwe na me ne panimu so atumi akasa officer Good morning. Why you busy? And tia behwe na fe yenya mpanimfo mu bi na fe wo mo ne yen adi nkomo. Fi se enne de tie bia o mai mu nsam no se de ekọ se ye education, se ye health, se ye de di nyina no ye beje e wo ha. Me hwe se menya opani a ye mo akwa papa. O mo nya he wo mo aso ye hyepa ba se de tie bia no ye behwe na ye ne mpanimfo nso adi eho enkomo. Obviously ye mo akwa ba de oba Adom TV. Hey, the way my busy no, but ye be na yenya mpanimfo mu bi na ye ne won mo so akasa. Enti wo hwɛ mu a sesia no ye de edin no na ebobɔ ɛwɔ hɔ a wo hwɛ sɛ de ɛkɔ na eniema ɛkɔ yie. Enti no, your Parliament House. The best see what habia no, and Adom TV, Yashamobo say ye de ebe bramona fe mohunu, near air coso ewaha. Baby, I would tell you be an bit to me abaha. Nina just all share Adom TV, na fe yadimo and some non so abramo. Entino, the atia biano, mubehu dear airco. Ahaya, and na ya wo. Rasha be your force said your woman asitinamuno etiano. Ay, ubehunu, way unyan wa bebia. Adom TV, ya can, ya yo. Enti efiti ahomache ne yebetena ha ye ne abambofo no ene wo ha enti de ekoso wo ha bia no yebema mo nso mahunu bi na afa mahunu de ekoso nso e wo ha enti ne wo Parliament House ha ne de wohu sempanifo wo mo aye krado a me ba ha se nso so a wohunu se abambo mpanifo no nso wo mo aye krado e wo ha enti Parliament House enie se de ne ahanso sete no ebeti akọ na yewura mu e wo ha ye de emo ensam no nso ebramo enti se sia ye gina ha ide sete ne maaye mrahwebedwafo no nso wono mo emaaye nanso security apparatus anase mpanifo no na won nso e wo ha wo mo eye wo mo adwuma saa enti wuhu ahase ya sei ene no ahanso ebetumi aye amaye mampani atena ye mu enso e wo ha sei aha na mampani so ebetena na fe the state of the nation said your man hu toto ye no so etie no ode ebema eye nti wohwe e wo ha sei a wonu se bibia de na kwa so kama bibia wo sempanifo ye ema ene ema o man mu emu nsam a ye pese ye tie de ye pese ye hunu no ni nyina no mpanifo ede ato na kwan so e wo ha nti ene de aha wo se obi ye na adwuma agro ni hakura obia ye na adwuma e wo ha no mu sei enti ene se me fa mu sei wo ha sei a ena e wo ha yi aha ye kama seriously one day won so be hwese won so be wura mu bie so ho enti mpanifo no nkonya ena ewo aha sei no hwe esoro han so a na te se ahoho ne mpanifo ahodo ye na on beba no onso ebetena esoro ha no mo sei enti bibia ye orderly na me control se bambo mu no very tight kraman ena o inspect hwehwia ba bia ahwe se bibia ye kama obi amfa bibia ma mehye ha enti saa na bambo mu nsam no etie e wa ha sei wo hwe ha sei ya loa menya krobo brahye bedwani na konya nim na megina kwete fifi ai na ye se owura fifi kwete ketu south ono so ede na megina nim ha adaklu MP so de na ho enti utumu sa ha sei ni ye minority side ena na afia mabọ aba bewura ha no aha ye kama sitting bibia so eye kama enti me nua no zentrefo no mu bi so ene yehu wo mo e wo top ho no so bia ye krado bibia da na kwan so a yenso ya ready pese ye tiefo ene ya hwefo e wo akiri ne benche yenso de ekoso no yenso ye be mo mahwe bie we unya wo ba bia je sa Adom TV Badwam ene ye de abrawo sa se ye ka se ye waze oya enye se ya no keke ene ye de ka na mom ye ka ne ya sanso aye enti no eno ene ekoso e wo ha omanhene kwabena asante ene obi enso aye krado e wo ho de wo mo so ne mpanifo ahodo nso be di nkom mi hu nkra ma hu Yaw Buabeng Asamoah so ono agi na dwa wo ho nso dada ye be pensen niema ho edie na na 2018 mu a wo expect say na 2019 state of the nation no ebeye adwuma ede ama wo we no mu ne nsem bisa bebre ebeba wo bra no ndu bebo a ye mampani na adodankwa akufo adon so ebeba beji na dwa na fe de o man ho totoye ene ho nsem kaye no so tie no ode bebre ye media fia.
Well, ma yenkoso na wase se ogusu hwe Badwam na Adom TV multi TV so make out say Kofi Asante Inshira FM ono so abeka ensa ewa Adom say but ye wa Philip Osebus the youngest billionaire obeka say yeah money is no problem ono so atrase ewa Adom say Sandy director of communications for the New Patriotic Party era Yaw Buabeng Asamoah adenta brashe begini so watena se e wan se komo no ye State of the Nation address yagni kan kofa na no afie twemu His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo nsem ni bi obekeka enfo ni obetwitwa kire trimpo obeda na di kire yakofa eye oka se obehwe se ye di hihye begu akwam na MMDCs abato no etimi abaso ye di sa nkomo no ye hwesa ampa ye oka no 2018 no sa nhwehye no eguso a ekoso na bibia di adanse se 70% ongoing and we'll wrap it up 2021 with the election of MMDs. Very, very fair. So we can say on the first score of election of MMDCs, more than above average, 70% is a good score for Ghana Mampinbia. At also Abidjan, ye bambo and some ye na ajatum say a flat. It is so minor. Yen hwenye si ebre na yenje bre ni ni san komo no intwa so anamontua. His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo titiu efase opese o massa hey koka se be yen eye commission ya odi revered Ghanaians atena so se ebe wi achi no wono insusu de ene omtrimpo a omde betu ha ma man Ghana no sa how we ni kodanda ni nyina no etu obetimi etwa. So on that score we say a little bit below average 49 but a GD say bambo ho nsem no akoya ade a ehia sisi ama ye nyina no ebetimi akonkan ni akọ anim. We have the good sides. But baby, they say, "For you, you may you say you shemu kenawia. You can't need seven na yetimi asere. The good sides also you remember a one masaka. I don't know what next will be person come
once. Yeah, so the Honorable Kaima from the Constitution, Directive Principles of State Policy. Any areas are Constitution, no, in the minds of the framers of the Constitution, who say the president should touch on in the State of the Nation. Who say now health, yes. Economy, education, security.
Okay.